The attacking midfielder, the number 10, one of the biggest tactical evolutions in football, because I always say, whenever I give my football tutorials and everything, I always say that, you must always be three-dimensional in how you're playing. And one of the key positions that makes your team three-dimensional is that guy that plays between the space of the midfielder and the attacker. He has because he is the guy that expands the team, and he's the one that brings the strikers and the midfielders together, and he's the guy that really breaks it down and really fashions the chances. Claudio Marchisio, man, he was one of the best at playing that position. And in his retirement, he didn't reach his full potential, man. And it's sad, and it is always sad whenever you see a player retire, put a full stop on their career, and then you say to yourself that, damn it, if only they could have really reached those heights. You look at what he did for Juventus, what he did for Italy, and everything. Because look, it's that age-old thing of injuries, of injuries. Same thing with Marcus. If he hadn't been injured, how good could he have been? How crucial could he have been? Imagine a fully fit Claudio Marchisio at the 2014 World Cup for Italy. A fully fit Claudio Marchisio in the 2018 World Cup for Italy. Oh my gosh, no, sorry, they didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup. Sorry, no, yeah, Sweden got there. So it fully fits Marchisio for the 2014 World Cup. It fully fits Marchisio for the 2016 Euros. Fully fits Marchisio for that, for the, what was it? 2012, when they got to the final. Fully fit, fully functional, because that was such a you have to understand how crucial that position is. And whenever I looked at my Marquise, there were times when I'm like, man, this guy's damn good. Look at the way that he's running with the ball. Look at how good he is, his balance, his finishing. Look at that finish that he did against England at the World Cup. And then 5 or 6 months will go, and I'm like, wait, where the hell is this dude? Then he will come back, and I'm like, wait a minute, this dude is still playing? Because this dude will be out for like 3 or 4, 5 months, because just kept getting injuries and injuries and injuries. And the more injuries that you get, that is what will keep on derailing your career. People like Robin were lucky because they had a lot of injuries, but they then were able to get through those niggling injuries. They just have a nice, good few seasons where they could really fully play. But for Marchisio, he never had that. But the question is this. Sad that he's really retired, but this is the question. Maybe this is a debate for you guys in the comments. A fully fit Marchisio, how good could he have been? A fully fit Marchisio, do you put him in the Iniesta category? Do you put him in the Marco Reus category if he was fully fit? How good could he have been? I don't think the guy would have been like one of the best of all time, but just below that category. I do believe that. I just do, because I just think that, even if sometimes in games he could be lost in sometimes games, but he had such technical skill. And for me, I'm all about that. I'm all about what can you do on the ball. I know people say, oh my gosh, you're an on the ball match. That's just me. For me, how I view footballers is what can you do with the ball at your feet? I'm not a stats merchant. I'm all about the eye test of it. What can you do when the ball is at your feet? How good are your technical abilities? What goes on here? How good is your footballing brain? And looking at Marchisio, just his technicalities were all there to be seen. A highly technical player who knew and understood psychologically how to play that position, where to get in the right positions, how to make the right decisions, and how to fully utilize the guy that carries the ball from midfield and aims towards that opposing defense and tries to offload the ball to attackers and trying to take that shot off. So I don't think he would have been one of the best of all time. I don't think he would have been as good as Iniesta, but maybe just below there. Just below there. And I think, for Marquise, I think, he has to do it. You can't keep, because it is painful both physically and emotionally saying, all right, another injury, I'll come back again. And when you come back, you're not even fully fit. And to get another injury again, that is just such psychological trauma to get within you. So yeah, so just down in the comments below, in his retirement, fully fit, fully functional, how good could Claudio Marchisio have been?